task. It's, yes,
Gotcha.
it's quite something to behold. Yeah.
So we're good now?
Yeah.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Corporation of the Township of Bonnechere Valley meeting. It's our committee meeting on Tuesday, June 3rd, 2025. It is 1:33 p.m. and here we are in council. I'm calling this meeting to order. Is there anything to add to the agenda? I see none. Could I have a confirmation of I'm sorry.
Pardon me, can I just add an email, from the OPP staff sergeant regarding under correspondence? I did send it around as information, but can I?
About the wedding?
Yeah.
Oh, I was just gonna add that,
Just
yeah.
add it under there? Okay,
Yeah, perfect, thank you. Yeah, I just saw it, thanks, Annette.
That's we'll talk about.
Yeah. Can I get a confirmation of the agenda as sort of presented, moved by Merv, all in favor? Wonderful. Is there any pecuniary interest or the general nature thereof? I see none. Could I get an approval of the minutes of our previous meeting, please? Moved by Brent. Any errors or omissions? John?
Nope.
Oh, all in favor?
Sorry,
It's-
I'm trying to keep on our tight schedule.
The word of the day is efficiency. We have no delegations, so at this time, welcome Daryl with your oh so lengthy water and sewer report. Finally warmed up, eh, Daryl?
Yes,
Yes.
so this is what's happening. Just we finally got our filters online yesterday,
Great.
got all our sampling done. We kind of caught up on the Enbridge gas locates because they've left town, so. And we had the generator people came in and did the annual maintenance, load bag testing. We worked very well when we got those testing panels on the outside of the building, so they just plugged their lines in instead of having to take the threads out.
Mhm.
And because they were aluminum and they were starting to they'd break every once in a while. And we'd be without backup power for a couple of days, so they worked very well. We got a lot of the dead end hydrants done. We flushed the water main on John Street. And what else did we do? Well, we opened the RV dumping station
Yay.
and we're checking sanitary manholes. We have a certain amount that we have to do each year, so we've started those. And that's pretty well it.
So
Every day.
everything's.
It's okay.
Are there any questions, comments, concerns for Daryl?
For the sanitary manholes, like, what do you have to do for that component? Like, for every year you have to, like, what do you have to do, camera and check it, or what is that?
We're gonna try and do at least 1 kilometer a year of camera work.
Yeah.
And the manholes, they checked all of them last year,
Mhm.
just took some measurements and got some information on them.
Mhm.
Now we just go around and check, see any that were maybe not 100%. And they need repairing this year, then we'll repair.
Okay, but
whatever
who's that
amount
who's that mandated through?
of the ministry.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, because now we got a different license last year.
okay. Well,
But years ago, we used to check them all the time. We check every manhole every year because.
and that would be,
blockages.
that would be all camera work?
Most of it's visual.
Yeah,
You just send the skinniest employee down, Daryl just holds by the legs. No,
We just open the hatch and
Mhm.
look down.
Oh, okay.
Take some pictures if you can.
Mhm.
You have to.
oh, no, I was just curious,
Yeah.
because it's just part of your paper, so.
but I'm so glad that this government's, reducing red tape.
Yeah, right.
But how long how long were you video testing the?
Oh, I haven't did any for the last couple of years, but
Yeah.
we've been doing it probably since 2012 maybe.
Okay,
We were doing about a kilometer a year. We pretty nearly have this side of town all done. We have the main drags done
mhm,
and we have some of the side streets done. So now we're gonna work on the side streets and then we know where there's some problems, so we'll go back and redo those more often.
okay. Just a check, okay. No,
Yeah.
I was honestly just curious.
Well, behind the creamery there's a section that has sagged, so it'll be full.
Mhm.
So we have to go through there and check, make sure there's nothing in there.
Well, and that's been like that since I've been around, so.
It's been like that since probably since, you know,
Because that's the easy there.
that's the easement
Yeah.
from James Street.
Yeah. No, I was just curious because I didn't know
But
if
the
it's.
flow from James Street pushes everything through.
Right.
But you still have to check it because it has a belly on it.
Mhm. No, I just didn't know if this was like an additional requirement or.
Well, now it is. Now it's a mandate.
The red tape, yeah.
We have to do it because we have to send in these types of reports for the collection.
And then would it ever hit a point, I guess, would it ever hit a point for us to actually get one of the cameras ourselves, or we always contract it out?
Oh, probably not.
It wouldn't make sense, yeah. Because that's all
Like they're
commercial.
probably $60,000-$80,000.
Yeah, especially on the commercial end, yeah.
Oh,
And then we need to have back truck to flush.
Yeah. No, I
We
was
got a
just,
lot of things to buy long before that.
oh, yeah, I know for sure.
We have a little push camera that we've had for probably 20 years.
Yep.
A black and white thing,
Mhm.
that we'll use sometimes if we just have a little short run.
Yeah.
they have they're short, I bet they're not more than about 10 feet, but
Yeah.
the ones that Bluetooth to your phone,
Right,
you can feed it through and you can see on your phone, but still, you're talking way bigger.
oh yeah, like the ones we get to come in, they call them little tractors. And they'll crawl down the
Yeah.
pipe. And the
Oh.
head can go like that, and then when they get to a service, they turn and they look up. And if they get to a joint, the head will go all the way around and check the joints
Yeah.
and
Fancy.
stuff like that.
No, I was just curious.
Not cheap.
No,
So, but the push camera we have, it has 400 feet of cable, but you can only do maybe 50 feet because it coils and then it won't go.
Yeah,
now,
no,
I do have a question though. Is there a reason that you've done the Protestant side, not the Catholic side?
well, we don't judge anymore, right, Daryl? That's the best answer. Yeah.
I was gonna say we're 50-50.
Okay, no, because you said you've pretty well got this side of the river done, that's why. I didn't live here when it was Protestant, I don't know,
Okay.
yeah. Bye, Daryl, thank you.
Okay. Bye.
Other Daryl,
Think I've seen him walking by. There you go.
welcome to the hot seat, sir.
Yeah, I moved up the list.
Yes, yes, because we have a closed with Jason.
I know.
Yeah.
So mine's gonna be short.
They all are.
It's all good. Fires have calmed down. Permits are on the way up.
That,
Good.
that's the way we like it. Fire's on the way down, permits on the way up. I think we're all okay with that. Does anybody have anything for Daryl? Okay, Daryl, have a good day.
Thanks, Daryl. Correspondence?
Yeah, absolutely, we're going to correspondence. 100%. I saw Jason come in, but our closed, it does include him when he's done his report, so.
Mhm.
All right, anything in correspondence A? The AVO watch file, policy.
Nope.
Medical officer of health report. Of note, all of us, that the measles outbreak in this province is kind of scary. But Dr. Isaac Bogosh did an amazing thing on the news the other day about southwestern Ontario and one of their Mennonite communities, and they've sent in docs and they're all getting immunized, so good news. EOW said the Eastern Ontario Wardens Caucus. A lot of information there.
Mhm.
FCM communicate. reintroduction of Geologic Carbon Storage Act. AMO watch file from May 29. Okay, correspondence B, Northern Health Travel Grant Program.
I have a question, I'm assuming you know the answer. When I was on the district health council, there was one little part of Brentford County next to Algonquin Park that was qualified for Northern travel grants.
Yeah.
Is that still the case or is it more general?
I think South Algonquin does, but I'm not sure if Mad Valley does.
What has happened is Algonquin Park has sheared that up. That Madawaska thing belongs to North Bay,
Yes, that's right.
Oh,
but because.
It belongs to us in all the expensive ways, but
Yes,
to them.
Yes,
For the
yes.
grants, yeah.
Well,
That's
it's just
because of the Algonquin Park, it's not
Okay.
practical.
That was just the question. Thank you for answering that.
we're the only county in the province that has to drive south to go to Northern Ontario.
Okay.
Okay, so request to extend the noise bylaw and give an exemption for an event which is a wedding, and we all read it. We do have an opinion from the OPP that doesn't seem to have a problem. The lovely couple that are getting married did send a note out to all of their neighbors with a June 13th date. If they are worried, they are to contact the township office. As of right now, our office staff have received no calls whatsoever, no concerns. Best way to do that is to invite all your neighbors to the wedding. So we have two ways we can do this. We can approve it with the caveat that if there are concerns or complaints by next Friday, staff, Annette pulls the plug. Or would you like to extend this to our last meeting in June for approval, waiting on whether or not people?
I kind of honestly, in that specific area, I kind of look at it, and when we used to host our July 1st events outside in the parking lot there as well, previously. I don't see it very different. I know our noise bylaw goes to 11, but going past 2 hours, I think it's positive for area, but I would say, I think like most places, you need a yes or a no, you wanna push it down the road. Like on my end, I'm comfortable with it. We have the OPP response, bylaws been enacted, and
I just didn't want to push it on you. I'm fine with it, but what I'm saying is that they did
No.
give I think though, we leave it with staff until the 13th, and if
Yeah.
they hear from residents, then we find out why, but I'm fine with it as well.
I think a decision is important.
Everybody okay?
I agree, we should approve it.
So the revised request and the request to purchase, I know that this was extremely contentious in Foymount when there were surveyors sort of wandering around the hamlet of Foymount. I think we do have to let it go to a public meeting and allow them to put in all of their documentations. I will tell you that I think this is going to be contentious, but I'm not sure we have the right to deny it as a.
It's our asset, so it's obviously surplus to our operations. We're not maintaining it. We're not using it as a road. We're not doing anything with it. So if there's somebody interested in purchasing it, $5 per linear foot, so that'll bring money into the tax base, but or not the tax base, but into the municipality, if that's what we want to do. But there's certainly no, and the individual at the back
Is landlocked.
is landlocked,
Yes.
and originally council agreed in principle, but basically said, talk to your neighbors and see who else is interested. So we already sort of gave them a come back to us, but talk to your neighbors, and they whether they purchased it or I'm not sure exactly the details of it, but they got an easement
Mhm.
across their neighbor's property so that they could get from the road across the neighbor's property to the road allowance. So, but that being said, if we don't want to sell it, we could do a crossing agreement, they don't have to remain blocked. I think that's their main concern. But rather than do a crossing agreement, they're just, they would like to purchase it. So, and the other residents have an opportunity to purchase it as well, like they're 33 feet. So, and we only had one interested party come see me about that, and that interested party did not follow up with the lawyer in question. So I said, well, follow up with them, because then you can coordinate the survey, you can coordinate the purchase together. That didn't happen. So I said, well, if this party, the Smiths, want to move forward, then if, as you said, if council is okay with selling that portion, then we still have to have a public meeting. And if those residents around there say, we want our 33 feet, that still can happen. But
Mhm.
then they've got to get in with the surveyor and pay that portion and stuff.
That all sounds very expensive.
And
Go
they've
ahead,
all been
John.
notified about this proposal. All of
No,
the
so they were
people-
notified for the original, with the original proposal, which is similar. And like I said, only one person came in to say they were interested. So we didn't go ahead with the public meeting
Mhm.
because we were waiting to hear who was interested. And the one person came in and then didn't follow up. So now, the Smiths are saying, well, we're ready to move forward. We're ready to get the surveyor out. We want to move forward. So that's fine. If council agrees to continue down this process, then we would now go forward with a public meeting. And if those neighbors then chose to either come in and oppose it or come in and say, we want in on the survey to purchase our 33 feet, that still can happen because the survey will not be completed until after the public meeting.
So if we go ahead with the proposal for a public meeting, which is a much closer step to being done, the people who might want to buy the 33 feet on the end of their lots, this will be their second warning, is that correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Yes,
Unless they're new residents.
yes,
And that's, I mean, that's happening all over.
yeah, that's
I
true.
just want to caution about that.
Yeah,
The crossing agreement sounds like it would be easier and less disruptive to the hamlet, though. Jason, do you have a thought? No,
No.
sorry, I didn't mean to put you on the spot, I'm just,
So a crossing alternate, that was the short
yes,
little piece in blue, yeah.
The thing is, a crossing agreement can still happen, even if we have the public meeting or not, right?
yeah,
So the term-
afterwards.
Like, so that's the thing, it's like, I can see it on their end, it's probably because they're landlocked right now, and I would assume putting a mortgage, it's a bit more difficult when you have a passage agreements and all that to get a traditional mortgage on it as well. You're eventually gonna
I'm
do
not even
something
sure
with
you
it.
could.
But probably not, it's very difficult, but I don't think there's an issue or problem having a public meeting or moving to the next step. Because it still gives the residents that are in the same property another ability to purchase it. And at that time, if we decide as council, we decide to do a passage agreement or anything, or see what the intentions of the property are, but. I think it makes sense. I don't agree with the the process is very complex and.
I know,
It should just be like yes, no, and straightforward, but fortunately.
I
it's
know,
not
I
the
feel the
case.
exact same way, it bugs me.
But no, on my opinion, I think there's no issues moving it forward. And it doesn't mean we approve it or not, it's just
that's, yeah,
move on to the next step, do the public, and then go from
it's
there.
approved in principle, council doesn't have any
Yeah.
issues with it in principle, but
Mhm.
until we have the public meeting,
Yeah.
we don't have all the information we need.
Yeah, exactly, so, no,
So I think, yeah, because, and I think, there was a lot of chatter on social media about, not wanting somebody building in their backyards. But I think the biggest bone of contention was that there were surveyors in people's yards without permission. And I think that's what riled everybody up, but, all right, so are we agreed, we'll go ahead.
Mhm.
Okay. Do you want anything, just staff
So
direction?
staff direction that I can
Beauty.
let them know we've agreed principle and move forward with the next step.
Beauty.
Thank you.
All right, we have no new and unfinished business. Our next meeting date is.
Do we have another request though? I think we have a second
it's
request.
for
Oh,
the-
sorry,
it's for
the
the
unopened road allowance, my apologies. I was doing so well there. All right, so the sorry, I didn't have it in front of me. So. I had two of them.
Second one is the next correspondence item.
Yeah, sorry, oh. I lost it. I'm with Merv now. There we go. Okay, so. Annette, do you wanna tell us what you think?
So I did,
It's on Rosine, right?
yeah, so Rosine is a forced road, so it
Yeah.
goes through this individual's other property, and then there's like this abandoned piece of unopened road allowance that you know, we're never gonna open, the topography there, they probably went around it for a reason. So they're basically asking, can I have that piece of abandoned road allowance, seeing as the road is already there and goes up and around. So, it'd be the same sort of process if we agree to it in principle, then we go through with a public meeting. And, if no objections, I sent it to Jason too, I don't see us ever, why would we open that unopened road allowance when the road goes like this?
Well, in one of his emails, he said something about rock cliffs, which I
Yes.
thought, okay,
But that
then.
one's fairly clean cut, it's on one parcel, is it not? Like it only abuts onto one from one end of Rosine, so it looks like in
Yes.
the picture, yeah.
Yeah,
There's a lot fewer neighbors involved than. any other.
Oh,
exactly.
yes, yeah.
Well, no, it just crosses one property, which
That's
is,
right.
that's the simplest, so.
Yeah, I don't know, if he owns both sides,
Mhm.
would be the only
Oh.
question. If he doesn't, then those individuals would be eligible.
Mhm.
If they wanted to contribute to the survey and contribute to the $5 per linear foot, they could, split it 33 feet each way.
Yeah.
But, he may own both sides, so.
And then if we, our existing road there, Jason, we would never have any intentions to correct it down the road or anything? Yeah, I didn't think so.
All rock there.
Yeah, makes sense.
I can't. find the
Rosine
email,
Road,
but-
so surprising, eh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I don't have the email in front of me, but in one of them, he talks about the cliffs. So I'm thinking probably not something that we're ever going to
Yeah, so on my,
rehabilitate to use.
on my end, I have no
Yeah,
problem moving
no,
forward with the
that is-
request, so.
I'm good with that
Good,
as well.
good, Murph. Okay. All right, Jason, you're in the hot. You're supposed to wait.
No, lost.
You are last.
It's already gone.
Oh, Daryl's already gone.
You were very efficient today.
Wow, he was running.
Jason, we have stuff to do.
It's
We're
because there's
very
no
efficient.
mayor's report.
All right. Hello, everyone.
Hello, everybody.
So we have filled the position, for the operator labor position, Jeremy Ott, and he will be starting on June 10th.
Awesome.
I have a request, we have started our 410 shifts, and, I was asked if they could change it from 6:30 till 5 till 6 till 4:30.
Yes.
You know, it just gives them, you know, a little cooler in the morning.
Yeah,
and
more of
get
an
off a little-
evening,
Get off a little earlier in the evening if you have to do some running around before places close.
We
little
want,
barbecue time.
we want your team to be happy.
I don't see, yeah, I didn't see any problem with it.
Thank you very much. We had a retirement, John Valakut, who was on the sanitation department for 4 years. Has retired, and we're looking to fill a position.
Excellent.
Right now, we just have one of our summer students that started earlier. They are doing the position right now, but hopefully that we get someone else. Because the other assistant on the back has got some medical issues that have to get attended to, so
Mhm.
Okay.
quicker we get someone there, the better it will be.
So that's posted first on a county-wide basis, or where do you post it?
Right now, it's in the newspaper and the township website and OB Jobs.
Someone inquired yesterday.
Yeah, actually, I think we have 4 already.
Oh, great.
Oh. Okay, that's great news.
Really good news, yes. The hazardous waste has opened up on the 17th of May. And you read the back of your report, the numbers for the first day were
I didn't need to see the numbers because I was there
quite busy.
and it was crazy. Like it was a madhouse. And I was so happy to see it,
Sure.
right? Like the diversion. We know, it was the first day though, so it was, I think, people had stockpiled in their basements.
Well, people have been asking for quite a while when it was gonna open, so.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Yeah, well, it's quite busy. So the Snortford site will be closed Tuesday, July 1st for Canada Day. The tender for the 3/4 over 4 double cab, we received 1 tender.
Mhm.
Gonna get the same price as the other truck we bought?
No, it's a little bit more expensive,
This is a bigger truck though.
same thing,
Oh, it's the same truck,
just
a year newer,
2 years newer,
2 years newer. It's a 26.
yes,
Mhm.
possibly. So the due date for the end of 2025, I believe, is at the end of May or the first week of June. So depending on when they get the order in, it might be a 25, could be 26,
Well, if it's born now, it's a 26.
possibly.
Yeah, things built, we used to call them born, things born in this year are actually next year's date.
Yeah.
And we all know we have to check the VINs now for the appropriate years. Okay, yeah. Bit of sticker shock.
Yeah, that's with HST included already, right? So
Mm.
We got that darn 1.76 back. Oh, does that include 13%?
Yes,
Yes.
yes,
Oh,
yeah, cause like 84.
something like that.
okay, I was joking. Sorry, and I did see, I thought it said 89, but that was, sorry, 82. I got it.
Yeah, it's 18.
It's because it's all scratchy on your bid,
Oh,
on the actual request for tender. Yeah,
No, and we
I
did,
thought it said 89.
we did budget 8,000. I was just hoping that we'd get the same price as the previous one, but I assume they don't have any more models that are comparable.
yes.
All right.
Yep, sounds good.
Plus, like for this truck,
It's the pile package and everything with it as
Exactly.
well, which is different than your other one.
that's right,
Yeah, okay.
pre-wired from factory and there's no hiccups, right? The plow,
Yeah, no MacGyver.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
We don't need a straw and a piece of gum and some duct tape. I get you.
That's right.
I like that you added the air conditioning tax separately on that as well.
Yeah,
Why?
because it's separate on the bill of sale.
Yeah.
Everything is got its own little pennies.
Mm,
The tender for maintenance gravel, it'll be closed on May 30th. So, recommendation, that also, we only had one tender.
And that included all the tenders in our package, so we could see that there was just one and just one.
Yeah, I don't really know what happened. I know 2 companies got back to me after, or right during. And, they got their times mixed up, or they seen it and forgot about it.
Wow. Okay,
So the crosswalk at Patrick and Wellington. We only had 2 companies, put some quotes together, and, the recommendation is going to be to sole source, Calitech. For the amount of 24,737.80.
This is-
Including HSD,
this is substantially less than budgeted
yes.
from our modernization fund, but substantially less. Because we budgeted 27 plus tax.
Yes,
Let's do it.
Yep, sounds good.
Sorry, if you had 2 quotes, why are we sole sourcing it?
because
Oh, sorry,
Sorry.
I thought you said sole source.
No.
Sorry, go ahead.
I think it was the name of the company that he said that you might have thought. He
Oh,
said
maybe.
sole serve, yeah.
It's just because we didn't get 3. So our,
Yes.
our procurement bylaw says when it is,
J-
when it is $50,000 or more, we're supposed to get 3 quotes, but up to $25,000 is okay. We don't need to do a sole source, but we got 2 and we're under $25,000, so we're
It's,
okay.
you can,
it's just a good news story all around.
All good, yes, I'm happy.
Is the timing of this, Jason,
I'll get back to the company, it sounds like,
like now?
it could be done within probably a month.
Oh, that is fantastic news.
Mhm.
Jeepers, I was thinking as long as it got done before the new school year, but that would be wonderful.
I'd like to have it in before that. if
Yeah.
There's any bugs.
Trial it,
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know,
get people used to
No,
it.
you get a pretty high volume there regardless anyways, because that's your cross to get to your Legion side and like it's heavily used.
Yeah.
No, that makes sense.
Awesome.
For the Bell Street tender,
Yes.
you haven't spoken about it yet, have you?
No,
Okay.
it's.
It closes on
closes
Thursday.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not closed yet. We can't talk about it.
No, but we'll be back on the 17th.
Yeah, you'll come back. Okay, perfect. No, that makes sense.
Yippee. All right. So our next meeting date is the 17th. Alex, do you have anything for this 35-minute meeting that was so bloody exciting? We'll have more for you next time, I promise. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, just for when the Patrick and Wellington Street, like the crosswalk gets done and built, can you just let us know when the first button's gonna be, so we can all go there as a council?
Oh, yeah, I'd love
I
that.
think it'd be good, because that's something we've all kind of committed to. which is-
Yeah.
I think it's just beneficial, because it's one of those massive safety features we've talked about for a long time at this table as well.
Have we ever, but that will require you to stand there and not let anybody press the button.
The,
And
the
count us
question
all.
is should we do it like a lottery or something for that?
Yeah.
Who gets to press the button the first with the kindergartners and,
I love that.
yeah,
I think that the press should come and take a picture of the five of us strutting across like the Beatles
Oh.
on Abbey Road.
I love that.
Why not?
I don't want to burst the bubble, but it's got a laser system on it that when you walk up to it.
Yeah, there's no button.
Okay. Why is Jason stealing our joy? Why are you a joy stealer? Brent's gonna cry now.
no, I won't cry. My kids will cry now. They were gonna wave it. No, that.
Jason feeling joy today.
I can't remember what the system.
Most of them are like
Yeah.
touchless and stuff like that. so-
I like John's idea. That we do Abbey Road. I love that. Let's do that.
I'll be in bare feet.
Yeah, John was in bare
Paul.
feet. Oh, Paul was in bare feet. Okay. Yeah, I wanna do that.
Who's gonna carry a beer on front?
Meant to have a lottery. No, anyway, let's make some fun out of it.
That, I agree.
Just keep us posted when they are installing.
Not everybody will get the reference, but it's still funny.
Yeah.
Cause we all know. Alex is over there going, what is Abbey Road? And who are the Beatles? No, I'm kidding. All right, do you need anything from us, Alex? No. Okay, then we're gonna kick you out because we're going into closed. Cool. Thank you, sir. So I have a resolution dated this third day of June 2025. The committee proceeded in closed session in accordance with Municipal Act 2001, section 239.2, to deal with matters under E, litigation or potential litigation. Can I have a mover, please? Moved by Brent, all in favor. We're now in close. Later, folks. Bye. Okay, so I have a resolution dated this fourth day of March 2020 of March. Oh, that's interesting. Let's call it the third day of June,
Did I do them all, March?
2025. Oh, this one with,
It was on our minutes.
no,
March.
it's all right. This one was funny. It was the 22nd of April and the minutes are the 22nd of April.
Yeah.
It's fine. The council moves out of closed session at 2:42 PM to rise and report the council met to receive information and give staff direction regarding an invoice from Brian Sloan Carpentry and approved minutes from April 22nd, 2025. Moved by Merv, all in favor. And that's carried. And I need an adjournment, please. Moved by Brent, all in favor.